Good morning. Good morning, everyone. We are live in the building. Let me go ahead and get rid of my Good morning. There you go. Let me mute this. There we go. All right, guys. Welcome to I was gonna say February 1st. Let's see. Hold on one second. We're getting acquainted here. Is anybody on the live with us? That's the question. Or am I here by myself? So let's see, go live on Instagram. Here we go. Yay, I'm live. We're live, America. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Happy to be here with you. I was gonna say it's February 1st. February 1st of 2026. Good morning, Sue Ellen. It's February 6th. It's almost February 1st. Technically, yesterday was February 1st. But it is literally February, guys. Okay. We are already in February. Most people that I have spoken to, good morning, Lydia. Most people that I have spoken to have said that January, between December and January, it feels like we were on the fast forward button. Okay. And I don't know if it's just the world is moving at a faster pace now that AI is, part of our lives. When the internet came into our lives, everything moved so much faster, right? But now with AI in our lives, it's like we're on super speed, right? We're going in the fast forward button, okay? And it was really eye opening yesterday when I looked at my clock and I was like, oh my gosh, it's February 1st of 2026, guys. So this is a good moment, okay, to take a pause and see what the heck happened in January, okay? And something that was on my mind, I was remembering when, I first got started into all this, specifically getting into probate, okay? And even in real estate in general, honestly. And you have to constantly be reevaluating your situation. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Leo. Hope you guys are here. It's the 1st of February, okay? Wake up. It's February 2026. We've arrived. And what we're talking about today is reevaluating what happened in January. And that's what I love about the beginning of the year, is that you can make these quick pivots and these quick changes kind of when you get like halfway into the year, and when it's hard to say, oh, let me go back and let me see, what I did right, what I did wrong, right? So what are some of the ways that we can do this as realtors? Well, one of the ways is what was our activity, right? Like what were we doing in lead generation, right? So the best thing, honestly, and you guys can start today, it's only February, okay? I know we rushed into January with like I don't know about you guys, but my December was amazing, but it was also like there was so much going on in real estate, like it was so busy that then I just flew into January and kind of have been on rollerblades ever since. Good morning, Jocelyn. Happy you're here. And so basically now take a quick pause because we're starting at February, okay? And what things that you want to be taking a look at is, one, what does your lead generation activity look like? Okay. And two, okay, I know you guys are going to be like, oh my God, Carolyn, but I'm going to tell you, you need to look at your money. Okay. And this is something that I'm committing to in 2026. Pray for me. I hope I can do it. But my goal is to actually review my finances on a weekly basis. Okay. Now, I've already gotten pretty good at tracking my lead generation, right? I've been doing this a long time. And I love when agents tell me, oh, I've been talking to nobody. I can't get a deal. Nobody's answering the phone, all the whiny baby complaints, right? And then I just have to ask them one question. Oh, yeah, how many hours were you on the dialer this week? Oh, well, this, and that. Okay, well, that's the reason, right? Is because you didn't put in the effort to get the results, and then now you want to cry like a baby when you didn't even do the work, right? So, but the thing about money in real estate, okay, is that we are entrepreneurs, right? And so deals fall apart, you're supposed to close, didn't close, right? You can have 1 month where you have 6 transactions closed, the next month you have one, right? You have expenses, right? Hey, I'm gonna join Carolyn's coaching program, right? It's $500 a month. Let me jump in, right? Hey, that's gonna grow your business, right? I want to start this new, marketing thing, right? That's going to grow your business, right? But what happens, what I've seen is that realtors literally get choked out of the business because they can't pay their bills. Then they go get a side job, and then that side job turns into a full-time job because everybody that's honest with themselves, real estate is a full-time job, okay? If you're trying to do minimum, like, to my opinion, to be like a full-time realtor, if you're not doing at least 2 deals a month, like, what are you doing? Right? So, you need to have that first goal is, as a realtor, you need to be saying, I want to do 25 transactions a year, which is basically like 2 deals a month, 24 transactions, right? 2 times 12, right? So if you're doing that 2 deals a month, you're going to be making money. Okay, you're going to be making pretty good money. You should probably, at 2 deals a year, you should probably be hitting, somewhere between that 150 and maybe 200, depending on what your sales price is. Okay, that's a good amount of money. But you know what the problem is in real estate is that it doesn't come in consistently. Okay, so like when you went and got your regular job, every week you got to check for $1,000, right? So it's very easy to do your budget, very easy to manage your money because you knew every single week what you were going to get. Well, that's the difference in real estate is you're only as good as your last deal and you don't know when your next deal is coming in, okay? So, this is February, guys, okay? So forget about it, okay? January already happened. It's done. January's already written in the books. What did you do in January? What deals did you put on the board, right? What lead generation did you do? What did you put into place, right? January's done, guys, okay? And sooner than later, we're going to be sitting here and we're going to be saying, Happy March, okay? Wow, we're in March, okay? So let's take a quick evaluation of January real quick, okay? And let's see what we need to make some pivots on, what we need to improve. And when you're first starting off, the most important thing is your lead generation. What am I doing to bring in new business? Okay. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about, some of those beginning growing pains that you're going to be going through when you're starting something new, especially like doubling down into probate and really making probate a number one lead generation source for you. I'm going to kind of give you the skinny on what happened to me when I first started doubling down on probate, okay? But I want to bring you guys along with me on the journey in 2026 to really look at your money, okay? Because if we can get your money right, okay, I can make you last longer in this business, okay? But what I've seen realtors that I've worked with, and I've gone through this myself, is that you go from feast to famine, right? I'm got my bank account is loaded and then I'm down to zero. Okay. I've seen realtors get paychecks and then go book a cruise, go buy a bunch of stuff that they need, like do a bunch of stuff. They're back down to zero. And now they're acting out of like desperation mode. Like they're just like going like crazy like this. Okay. What we want to do is we want to get you to a solid place in your finances. Okay. So I'm going to give you this like 2-second tips. Okay. And who knows, maybe we'll do a whole video on this. But as a realtor, as a bare minimum, okay, everybody needs to have their number one goal financially, okay, is they want to have a 3-month reserve, okay? We are always 90 days away, guys, from our next paycheck, okay? And when you get consistent, right, then you don't have to go with these feast and famine episodes, okay? But I'm being honest because I've been a realtor for a long time and I've been in feast and famine. Trust me, your girl, okay? I know how it is, okay? So if I can help you from day one really to improve that financial muscle, it would be amazing, okay? So you want to have it in your mind. Yes, how much is it that you have to pay your bills every month? You got to have that. You're going to have that saved up. But you are not allowed to spend any money on any marketing, on anything, okay? Any cruises, any special events, anything in your personal life, okay? Until you save up that 3 months, that 90 days, okay? So if your monthly bills every single month, let's say is 10 grand, okay, that you've got to pay for food, gas, all the things that your family needs, okay? You are not, your first goal is to get up to that 30,000 in your account. Once you get up to that 30,000, then we can start making investments into our business, okay? Guys, you don't know what this is going to do for your success in your career, okay? What stability this is going to give you, okay? That you're going to be able to go through 2026 not in feast and famine, not going through moments of like, woohoo, I'm such a successful realtor, balling out of control, and then broke. From balling to broke, okay? And I've seen so many realtors I've worked with go through this whole process, okay? So it's only February, guys. We've only have 1 month. So if 1 month you were like, hey, I just kind of went crazy in January, good news is we still have 11 months of the year, okay? So we can get this done, all right? So take a look back at your finances last month. Take a look back at how many listings you brought in, how many appointments you went on, how many appointments you set, right? How many dials you made. These are the things that you want to be investigating. And I use Mojo for my dialing sessions. So I can easily go back and I can say, okay, in 30 days, how many dials did I make? How many appointments did I set? How many follow-ups did I get, okay, before I used a piece of paper? And you could use a piece of paper, but come on, guys, we're in technology now. There's got to be a better way, okay? And so start tracking that, okay, so that you then can go back and say, okay, this was the month I had. This is what I have to get to be successful. Or if you did all the things and you were not successful, then that's going to lead you to that next step of discovery, okay? But when a realtor comes to me and they say that they don't have any deals and they've been making their calls and they haven't gotten any listings, the first question I'm going to ask them is, how many dials did you make? How many hours were you on the dialer? Okay. And 9 times out of 10, it was not enough. Okay. You're not going to pop onto this dialer for 2 hours in the month and be, locking and loading all these listings. Okay. So you really have to put in the work. And I've been so proud of my group at Absolute Top Dollar because so many listings have been taken in January. I'm talking about one after the other. Everybody's winning in my group. And it's so encouraging just to see all these people using the probate strategies, using the scripts, using everything I teach in my group, and they are winning. Okay. So this is what I want to leave you with. All right. We talked about it's only in February, so get your money right, get your goals right. Okay. You went through the whole month. What happened? Did you do it or did you not? Okay. It's February, so we still have time, guys, to get our lives together. Okay. It's February 1st of 2026. So the next thing that I want to leave you with this week, guys, okay, is I really want you to tell yourself, why do I believe in what I'm doing? Okay. And when I first started on the probate journey, all right, I'm not going to lie, I was like a black sheep, okay, and pink, a black sheep and pink, right? People were like, probate? You're doing probate? Oh, I just went down in YouTube for some reason. Now all of a sudden, I went black. You can't win. And this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay. I'm back on. Woohoo. There's gonna be this opposition that's always coming against you. Okay. There's gonna be people that don't believe in you. Okay. And there is going to be the naysayers, okay? And even on top of all that, guys, on top of people not believing in you, people thinking you're weird because you do probate, people actually like things happening to you. Like right now, I'm going live, and that's it. My computer shut down, right? Like that's life, right? Like you go out to the listing appointment, and your printer won't print the paperwork for you, right? Now you've got to run to Kinko's to get the paper because, these are the oppositions that we come in contact with as entrepreneurs, okay? And it's in those moments, it's in those days, and I'm telling you guys, I'm here to let you know there's going to be a lot of those days. There will be more days that you fail than the days that you win, okay? Think about like a boxer, for instance. They're literally training, or like any athlete. They're training, beating their body, like going through all this rough training, right? For one event, for one fight, okay? So the amount of pain, the amount of failure, the amount of opposition that you have to go through just to get to that one moment that you win, okay, is the reality of an entrepreneur. And we are entrepreneurs as realtors. Nobody's paying us. We're not showing up somewhere. Oh, I clocked in. Where's my check? No, nobody cares that I clocked in. Okay. It's my world. It's my ecosystem. Okay. So I want to challenge you to write it down. Okay. Write it down. Put it up on your board somewhere. Okay. Put it somewhere that you're going to remember. Why am I doing this? Why do I believe in probate, right? You guys have been on plenty of my trainings. You've heard me talk about it. Why do you believe in it? Why do you believe that probate real estate would be the best niche in your community? Why? Okay, write down all the reasons why. Okay, and then I want you, okay, to get around people that believe in your vision. Because walking this entrepreneur journey, walking this journey of doing probate real estate, you're going to be, like I said, kind of like a black sheep. Okay. Nobody's going to really be, oh, what are you doing? Oh. And then when you've got a rough week and then you get into the room with the people, the naysayers and the people that think you're weird, okay? You're going to be toast, right? Oh, and then add on the fact that you don't have a 3-month supply in your bank account, okay? And your finances are really pushing down on you, okay? That's it, guys. Put a fork in it. You're done, okay? So we need to put these things in place to safe proof our dreams, Okay. Safe proof our ability. Now, I have been so blessed to have a severely supportive spouse. Okay. And my husband believes in me probably more than I believe in myself. Okay. And that has done wonders for me. Okay. Because in those days when I'm unsure about myself, and it happens to me, yes. So if it happens to me, 100% it's going to happen to you. Okay. And you need that person. And it could be a coach, right? Let's say you say, Carolyn, well, I'm not like you. My husband isn't very supportive. Like I don't really have any friends. Like everybody thinks I'm weird that I'm doing probate. They all want me to start doing TikTok dances and, doing those trends on the internet, Um, and even sometimes for me to this day, like I hang out with a lot of high quality realtors, like luxury realtors, like they're doing big things in the space. And sometimes it could even get in on me and say, oh, Carolyn, like you could be doing that. You could be doing so much more, And I have to check myself, like, what am I talking about? No, I'm not. I reject that in the name of Jesus. I have a path that I believe in. I have a dream that I believe in. And to me, this day, sitting here and being able to go live with you, being able to work with people in my group that went from doing no deals to now popping listings, never being a listing agent, now they're listing homes, to never being able to cold call, to now getting on the phone, booking appointments, generating business for their family. That is like the reward that I feel from that is more than any financial gain will ever give me. Okay, guys? And I know when you're first starting off, it's very important. The money is very important. We all get in real estate so we can have time freedom and money freedom. Okay. But it's to get to that point where you are now, okay, you're clocking and you're making money. You want something more, right? And that's what I love about probate real estate because you're helping families in your community every single day. There's a new family, a new situation, something that's happening. And now with realtors, now I'm able to help realtors tap into their potential, get listings, and that is just more rewarding than I can even tell you. Okay. So real quick, I'm landing the plane. You know me, guys. I can talk. Okay. Figure out what your dream is. Figure out why you're doing this. Why did you get into probate real estate? Why do you believe that this is needed in your community? Okay. Then I want you to write down what is the potential. So I actually just did a research in my area, and you know how many probates were filed in my area in 2025? 1,300 just in one county. 1,300. Okay. Can your girl do 1,300 listings? I mean, that would be amazing if I could. Okay. But that was 1,300 people that inherited a property here in my local area. Can your girl get at least 50? That's all that I want is 50. Okay. Yes, she can. And yes, she will. Okay. So figure out what is the potential. What is the potential in your market, in your community? What is the market share that you can tap into? Okay. And so when you figure out why you believe in what you believe in, why do I think that probate real estate needs to be in my community? Then you figure out what is the earning potential? What is the average, sales price in my community? Okay. Times what I'm going to charge them. What is my earning potential? Am I going to make 200,000, 300,000, 500,000, 600,000? What is my earning potential? Okay. If I follow this dream, okay, accept the journey. Know right now, Carolyn's here to tell you, I've been there, done that. Guaranteed, I'm further ahead than you are right now on the probate journey. Okay. Already accept that there will be a lot of failure, a lot of things that don't work out, okay? A lot of bumps and bruises along the way, a lot of technical difficulties, a lot of physical difficulties. Things are going to happen in your family this year. Personal things are going to happen in your life this year that are going to get as a roadblock to stand in the way from you pursuing your dreams, okay? Accept the journey. Say, you know what? No matter what happens, come hell or high water, I am committed and I am going to keep pursuing this in my community, and I will be the cornerstone in my community for providing probate real estate services. Okay? In the name of Jesus, I'm declaring that for you guys. And I'm saying that this is a huge opportunity, but it doesn't come without opposition. Think about all the people that have done great things in this world. We just finished celebrating Martin Luther King. Did that guy, we're still celebrating Martin Luther King to this day. Did he or did he not go through great opposition? Okay? Even the Bible says, consider it pure joy when you come through trials and tribulations, because it's the purification, it's the perseverance of your soul, of your business, of your opportunities, okay? So you have to understand that opposition is going to come. But when that opposition comes, okay, you're not going to go and scroll on social media and see somebody saying, cold calling doesn't work. You need to be marketing. And then right there in that moment of defeat, you're going to be like, the heck with this. I'm done. I'm not cold calling anymore. I'm going to go learn how to dance on TikTok. And then you're going to go jump the ship, okay? Go start learning how to dance on TikTok, only to find out that there's a hard time. Good morning, Kathy. There is a hard time in learning how to dance on TikTok, because I'm not hating on those guys. That is not an easy job. You think that dancing on TikTok is easy? No, it's not, okay? It actually takes skill. It takes strategy, okay? But you have to choose, what are you fighting for? What do you believe in, okay, guys? So this is what I'm telling you, is already perceive it. Already know that it's coming, okay? The opposition is coming. The difficult times are coming, okay? The second thing, or I should say the fourth thing, is get around the right people, okay? Good morning, Ben. Get around the right people. Get around the right people that understand your vision. Hey, maybe you need to sell your vision to them, right? Maybe it's your husband, maybe it's your kids, maybe it's your best friend, right? Sell your vision to them. Tell them why you're believing in what you're believing in. Let them know what the money potential is, what the career potential is, what the financial potential is, right? Sell them on your vision and ask them to hold you accountable. Ask them to be a supporter to you, because the dark days will come, guys. It's 100% guaranteed banana split, and you've got to be around people that are willing to push you forward, willing to believe on you, and are not saying, Carolyn, forget about that probate thing. You're so good, girly. Why don't you just get into this? Why don't you just go do that? You know, and if I don't have a strong foundation and who I am and what I believe in, I would be jumping from ship to ship to ship to ship. Okay. So, a shameless plug here, if you're out there doing probate real estate all on your own and you feel like a black sheep and nobody understands you, welcome to Absolute Top Dollar, okay? Where we do all day long is take probate listings, help probate families, go through everything. We teach you exactly how to go out, business in a box for your marketplace. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you. Business in a box for your marketplace, okay? And come in and hang out with us. Spend your 2026 with people that understand what probate is, that understand what the hustle is, that understand what it means to be committed no matter when the opposition comes, okay? A little tidbit, guys, a little tidbit, okay? In this moment of growth, okay? Thank you, Kathy, for sharing that. In this moment of growth, guys, you know, one thing that I've done, and maybe if you've been following me for a long time, you may have seen this in my online appearance or whatnot, you know, but there's been times in my career where I get off of social media, okay? Because especially as a realtor, you know what's so funny that I think is hilarious, okay? Is all of us realtors just follow each other. Okay, so it's like we're watching other realtors are watching us. We're constantly looking at what other realtors are doing, okay? And that is like when you're going through this journey of starting something new, when you're going through this journey of like, let's face it, guys, probate is not like, you know, the hottest like trend out there, okay? So you're gonna be the black sheep. You're gonna be the only one out there for 9 times out of 10 that's doing probate in your marketplace, okay? So it's gonna be lonely. You're gonna see like you're the only person that's doing it, you know? And so then you go onto social media and then you see like this person, that person, this person, and you start to doubt yourself, okay? So I've done it. I have done it, okay? And maybe you need to do it, all right? And just get off of it. Or just say, I'm not going on social media. You know, I'm not gonna, or change your algorithm, change who you're following. You know, like I know there's been times in my past where I've literally like noticed in my mind that I was comparing myself to someone, another realtor, okay? God bless this lady. She's amazing. Nothing wrong with her. It's not a problem with her. It was a problem with me. Okay. I was comparing myself to her. Okay. And I noticed it in myself. And I said, you know what? Every time I see this person on my feed, it makes me feel bad about myself. The heck? Why? Right? So, you know what I did? I removed her, not because anything bad with the young lady, okay? But it was a me problem. And I said, I don't need to feel that way. I am committed to my vision. I believe in the potential. I'm going after this, hell or high water, right? And so think about it. Are you watching people's posts? Are you seeing people on your Instagram that maybe don't make you feel good? If you feel that way, unfollow that person. And it's not a bad thing, guys. It's not like, oh, that person's not good or you're disrespecting that person in some kind of way. No, it's protecting your inner peace, okay? Protecting your journey, all right? So think about that because that was something that I did pass through, you know, in my journey and in my walk, right? Natalia, thank you so much. You're on YouTube. I love it. This weekly information is so inspirational. Woohoo, girly, that's what it was designed for. To get us moving on Monday and believe, okay, that this is the 2026 is the parting of the Red Seas, guys, okay? There is going to be realtors dropping like flies, okay? Because they can't pay their bills anymore, all right? So you need to get around. That's why I started this Monday motivation is hang out with me, okay? Hang out with Absolute Top Dollar. Hang out with the winners that are in the streets that are not just saying, hey, everything in real estate is peaches and cream and nothing is hard. You know, no, that's not a lie. Even in my coaching program, I tell you, this is not a magic bullet. This is not like, here's the easy button. Click here and you'll win, okay? It's real deal talk. It's real hustle, okay? It's teaching you how to never stop having business, okay? So thank you for everybody that's here. Let me see what Kathy wrote here. She said, when I told some people I was interested in doing probate, they looked at me like I had 5 heads. Exactly. Thank you. Because I'm speaking here today off of my experience, right? And thank you for sharing that because that's what happened to me. People are like, probate? Like, girly, you're too good for that. Like, go do something else. Like, what are you talking about? You know? So you've got to have like your mission written down that 100% this is why I'm doing it and I'm going to do it no matter what, okay? Last thing, guys, and I'm signing off, okay? And I hope that after this, we're all gonna go make a bunch of money. You need a plan, okay? You need a plan, okay? So you need to have every week, you need to sit down with yourself, okay? On a Sunday, which is when I like to do it. My life is really busy right now. I got a lot of stuff going on. So my week kind of like is like a Lego, like I'm just fitting in like all the little spots. But when I first started off, and I was maybe where you are today, my calendar was open, okay? And as an entrepreneur, right, you have this open calendar. You have no boss, so nobody's going to fire you if you don't show up. And guess what happens? All of a sudden, somebody needs a ride from the airport. Somebody has a flat tire and they need someone to go save them on the side of the road. Somebody's having a crisis and they want to call you and get support, okay? You need to schedule yourself, okay? So until you have a schedule that demands of you, you need to demand of your schedule, okay? Real quick tips. What do I do? What do I recommend? You look at your schedule for the week and fill in the personal stuff that you have, right? Like, gotta pick up my kids from school, gotta take my kid to the doctor, have a dentist appointment. Like, what are the personal things that you have to fill in? Okay. Then you're going to put in your lead generation or your real estate appointments, right? So, what real estate appointments do you have? Now, if you have no deals, then you have no appointments. But if you have deals like, oh, I got to do a showing at this time, I have an inspection at that time, I have this, right? So, first, it's all of your personal stuff. Then it's your real estate appointments, okay? And now you're going to look at your calendar and you're going to fill in when you're going to do lead generation, okay? Guys, we are in a lead generation business, okay? You've got to create your own leads. So you need to be focusing. Now, if you don't have any deals on deck, when I first started, guys, I was cold calling like a regular job. I was cold calling 40 hours a week when I first started. 40 hours a week, full time, because I came in from being an ISA where I was being paid to dial 40 hours a week. So maybe it conditioned my mind when I left there on a Friday. On Monday, I started for myself and I was cold calling for 40 hours a week. Guess who became really successful really fast? Your girl, okay? Because I spent all my time lead generating, okay? And personally, I think if you don't have any deals right now, if you don't have any listings on deck, that's where you should be spending 90% of your time. 90. I said 90, okay? So focus in lead generation, guys. Personally, I love it. You know why? I'll sit here with my notebook and I'll just be manifesting. I'll be writing my affirmations. I'll be putting down my dreams, what I'm believing in, what I believe in my future, right? Because in cold calling, when you're calling, it's not like you're getting calls back to back to back to back, right? You'll like sometimes you'll dial and it'll be 20 minutes. You haven't even had one contact, for heaven's sakes, right? So you're there able to like plan out your business, write your goals down, do everything. Because the most important thing at this stage is getting appointments, getting consultations, and getting listings. That is your number one thing. Once you've got listings on the board, and that's what I love about probate, is that I always have pending transactions, active listings, listing agreements signed, and listings that are coming in, right? And it's just like a pipeline that just keeps flowing. But did I start like that? No, I didn't. I did not start like that. Okay. So where you're at in the beginning is you need to focus 100% on cold calling. Says that's what I have to work on, cold calling. Yes, come on, guys, get in the phones. Like it's so encouraging being in my group because these are people that, like Kathy, haven't cold called, scared of cold called, okay? And I'm watching them pop deals. I'm watching them get on the phones for the first time, make their calls, get business, get listings. It is so beautiful, okay? Because guess what? That's how easy cold calling is. I can make a call today, I can book the appointment, I can get the listing agreement signed by the next day, okay? That's how quick cold calling is. Everything else in the world, marketing, direct mail, all the things that we can do as realtors, networking, it's not going to get you deals today. Okay. And we need deals today. Otherwise, we're going to end up getting a part time job. And that's not going to happen to us in 2026. Okay. So let's get some deals on the board, block out your schedule, see when you're going to be making your cold calls, get your phone numbers. And if you want to work with me directly and you say, Carolyn, I'm feeling you, I'm feeling your vibe, okay? Don't hesitate. We're in February. Let's make 2026 a crazy year for you. Get into Absolute Top Dollar. Come hang out with me in Absolute Top Dollar. I will teach you exactly what to do, exactly what to say, and I will make sure you win. Okay, guys? So it's February. Let's get it. Let's do this. And the means of announcements, we have the Real Deal Talk tomorrow night. Okay, so anybody that has not been coming to the Real Deal Talk, we are having a hell of a time in there. Probate realtors meeting up nationwide. Remember what I told you? This is where all the black sheep go to hang out together, guys, at the Real Deal Talk. So the link is in my bio on YouTube. It's in my thing at the top, the summary. Click on the link, get the Zoom room so you can come in and hang out with Absolute Top Dollar at the Real Deal Talk. We also did an amazing, the first masterclass of 2026 was incredible. And we've launched now the last Wednesday of the month. I will be hosting another masterclass. So if you want to spend 4 hours with your girl, imagine 4 hours with me, if you can handle it, okay? 4 hours with me, and I'm going to teach you from beginning to end everything that you need to know about probate real estate. And we break down 2 case studies together. I would love to train you. I would love to hang out with you for the afternoon and teach you what I have learned in probate real estate. All right, guys. So as always, too, you can always book an appointment with me. You want to do a one-on-one. You want to join working with me directly. You want to hang out with me. You want to do probate real estate in your market. You want to coach. Book an appointment. Bottom line, book an appointment. Come talk to me. Let's make it happen. It would be my honor to serve you and to teach you everything I know. All right, guys. So thank you so much. Go crush it this week, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye, YouTube. Bye, Kathy.